going to help us understand better about maintaining racehorse health with precisely balanced minerals. So that's our topic today. And we are meeting Dr. Sujeet, who works with Sharjah Equestrian and Racing Club. So welcome, Dr. Sujeet.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to me. Thank you very much.
You can tell us a little bit about your journey to the UAE. What brought you here and how did you land up at Sharjah Equestrian Club?
It's been more than 20 years now. I started pursuing my career in Equine immediately after my post-graduation in surgery, major and pathology minor from Indian Veterinary Research Institute. And lucky enough to get a job in thoroughbred industry immediately after that. So I worked for Equestrian for then 2 years at my international immediately after biggest institution those days called Al Khalidia. Didn't like it. Those days, you know what Saudi Arabia was. So, and then went to Ireland. Ireland, house of thoroughbreds, house of racing horses, where they breed, and it's a culture there. People were good, everything was good. Didn't like the environment much because it would rain 365 days, and more important was the family visa was rejected. So I just came around to have a look here on 2nd December 2004. That is the National Day, 20 years back. Night of the National Day, I came here. And it was with intention to just have a look at the things around and then take a call or stay for a couple of years or go back to Ireland. That was a very confusing state. And imagine I'm talking about 20 plus years where when there was, now in modern days, people would not know where there was no Burj Khalifa, there was no Dubai Mall. We had just the palace and the club. And or even with the club, we didn't have many of the government facilities what we have today coming over. Just because we had these live horses, and those days we hardly had 200 boxes with us. Sharjah Equestrian Racing Club. Not much thoroughbred activity, but we had a lot of famous trainers from here. Ali Rashid Al Riyai, Musab Al Muheri, Jamil Suleiman, many more. It was a center, Sharjah for them. They would, of course, Bakit Al Kidbi. These people, they had their barns here, and their thoroughbred and their pure Arabian flat racing horses would be here. But, but the club caters to every kind of sports here. The best thing and the biggest thing was the Sharjah Equestrian Racing Club is the oldest organized equine activity in the country. The race course looks to be small compared to Maidan and all, but it is having a traditional and classical importance in the world of horses. 50 odd years it was in the Sanaya. They shifted to this new location outside the city. We hardly had 200 boxes, and now we are the biggest facility, I would say, in the whole Middle East, I would say. I've been to many places, many countries, with more than 1,000 permanent boxes. Now the summer is picking up, so we have 800 plus air-conditioned boxes. If we put our temporary tents, in the temporary tents, we have boxes of at least 3.5 meter by 3.5 meter temporary boxes in the tents. So if need be arises in emergency, we put air conditions in them so the horses don't suffer. So it's a huge, huge facility. It's like a equestrian village in itself. But it all came over the years, slowly. We developed ourselves. The professional setup started getting better and better. It's amazing. Like if you see the facility in itself, the indoor complex is in itself having 97 horse boxes with 4 meter by 4 meter rubber flooring with central AC. There is a warm-up arena, might be 40 meter by 30 meter. The main arena 60 meter by 50 meter. And with having the proper footing, the silica sand, which is of course a professional for the riding and jumping horses. So it's like a historical place, I would say, where they had this organized racing activity, the oldest one. they used to have a riding school. If we talk about a lot of big people, big names now, they had been connected to Sharjah Club when, and then they said when we were kids, we used to come and do riding. We learned riding here. So it's a lot of sheikhs, lot of big families, lot of big names in the country. They started as a kid riding at Sharjah Equestrian Racing Club. You are talking about people from Dubai, people from riders from Ajman, riders from Sharjah, riders from other this thing. So it's like a very uh, uh, traditional, I would say. I myself am surprised because I know I used to walk down to the main road just to catch a taxi
Yeah.
or a
Yeah.
sharing taxi. You will not get a
Yeah.
taxi on your own, so you would just get a sharing taxi. So it was something like, and for we were supposed to go to Rola for your weekly groceries and vegetables and fruits and all the supplies at the home. So
Yeah.
it's something like now you can get it in 1 kilometer from here,
Yeah.
just nearby everything, Sharjah, Co-op and all this. So it was
Yeah.
like a very, very big change. The best thing was when I came, I just came with a mind that maybe I'll just run away from here. So my sheikh called me, they said in 1 week, first week, that was December, end of December 2004, and they said, we like you very much and we want you to stay. And I was like, would you stay? I said, the first thing was blatantly, I said, no, I'm sorry, I cannot stay. So it was at that growing stages, this thing, and I had been already to some of the best places. So it was like
Mm.
something like what I'll do here. Then they asked me, and I gave them a report of like 2 pages, and then after seeing all this thing, they again called me, and I was about to go away from here. And that time, then they said that okay, we want to do what all you have suggested, but we need somebody very good to stay down. So will you stay? We will give you
Mm.
what all you want and what all you have suggested. So I didn't have an option actually then. So I said, okay, I'll give it a try and then let's see. And then my journey started here uh, with the Sharjah Christian Racing Club.
If we go to this particular topic, what role do you see? Because you are operating in the heat with so many horses, what
Yes, yes,
role do you precisely see when it comes to balanced minerals in maintaining peak performance? Because now you're seeing
yes.
such a
It,
lot of
it,
horses.
yes. It goes with many things now when we talk about this. One is the psychological impact the horses they have, which not many people see. There is no studies, and I'm really very sorry, but it should have been really a very big subject in this part of the world.
Uh-huh.
I go mostly with that. Why? We call it as a thermal shock, and as you know, you get beautiful winter till March, April, and suddenly few days the temperature dropped to 47, 48 itself in Sharjah, in near my club.
Uh-huh.
Not that much humidity as of now, which will grow slowly, slowly. So this is like a thermal shock to them. And then suddenly you have to take up a decision, like even in the off season after March, after first week of April, when the flat racing stops, then
Uh-huh.
we go ahead, end of the season, checking them all, doing the bloods, seeing their physiology, everything. Then we keep them in training as much as we can. But then it's all time dependent. Like in middle 3 or 4 days, you had suddenly spike in temperature, no breeze, no wind. So you suddenly make a plan with your trainer or with your assistant trainer that okay, stop the work or reduce the work, just go for hand walk or go for walker or go for just the spa. We have a very good facility here in Sharjah Christian Club with a hydro spa and swimming pools for horses,
Oh,
which have been
wonderful.
really, really, yeah, really, really supportive. With the hydro spa, with the spa, you have hydro spa, you have treadmill, you have water under pressure, you have below the 0 degree cooling facility, you have vibration plates, you have infrared, you have sea walker. So they have shockwave. They have the hospital has amazing facility now. I would say even the X-rays and ultrasound scans would be outdated very soon with the CT scan and MRI for horses now with our Sharjah Equine Hospital, which is just a
Uh-huh.
walking distance from the club. We have a common boundary.
Oh.
Absolutely wonderful professionals, and they are very open to discuss things with the trainers, with the other vets, with the riders, with the
Mhm.
owners. So it's something like a family thing.
Yeah.
the environmental impact is there, then you cannot feed them that high diet, so you have to control back to the diet, but then again you need to maintain the muscle mass. What I have observed over the years is for young horses it is fine, but the horses once they cross 6, 7, 8 years of age, that muscle, maintaining that muscle mass, it's a big challenge, because as you see, 4 to 5 months of this thing, 2 to 3 months, they won't be even worked out that much. So to have an optimum ration with including the hay, and then again when they are stable more, to take care of their mind, because when they are occupied in training and all these things, immediately you keep them as mostly in the boxes or smaller paddocks, or even in the paddocks, even in the night, you know it, being a part of UA for so many years, that even in the night the temperature sometimes is 40, 42 degrees with very
No,
high
it's very
humidity.
hot. At 3 o'clock in the
Yeah,
morning, it's
70
very
to
hot.
75, 70, 75% of the humidity. So it's a huge, big challenge to keep the bone density, the muscle mass, the whole psyche of the horse. It's very, very difficult, and you have to work on every single parameter just to keep their minds engaged, to keep their skeletal system, this thing, the muscular system to the optimum level. So once you get starting back them in the end of September or this thing, this is a huge big challenge, especially for the whole Gulf or the Middle East area. And now over the years, if we see like 20 years back, it would not go. It was 45, 46, fine.
Yeah.
But then last 2, 3 years, we even got the temperature which would cross some days 50. The humidity
Yes.
would cross 85. And that is where the real challenge lies. And then uh, above that, then we plan about different ways of maintaining them with the hay, with the feed, with the supplements and all, which is helping us in a pretty good manner.
And what are the critical, means most important minerals which are crucial for their health? Um,
Yeah.
and
For
how do
me,
you administer them?
yeah, for me, uh, it's a multi-pronged. If you have time, I can then let you know. For me, the best thing I do is on regular interval, we keep on checking their hematology and blood biochemistry. That's which is very common for us with the fresh blood. Number one. Number two, as I told you, end of the season or even during the season also, we go with a multi-pronged approach to our horses, which would be depending on the test results, or depending on the behavior of the horse, or depending on his performance or his training on the track, then we go ahead with, for me, I go with a very different approach, which should be having my first priority is the gut. So I go along with look, the micro minerals, the trace minerals, of course, they are as important. But the more important is the whole feeling what the horse have, and the absorption of this. Because in UAE we have the best of the medications, best of the supplements, best of the feed, best of the hay, best of everything available here. The only thing is how you deliver it, and
Yeah.
how the horse takes it, and how he then delivers it in the
Right.
form of performance. So for
Right.
me, I have started over the years being here. Now I was in Saudi also. So if you calculate all that, more than 22 years. So I go with a lot of biological and herbal supplements, prebiotics, probiotics to make the gut normal. And the thing, I these days I don't push them for more chemicals, because it corrupts the liver and then the kidney and then the other systems
Right.
if you are giving them on a heavy dose and very regularly. So for me, what I have been very successful and I have got beautiful results is with, as I told you, the herbal supplements, which are purely organic, prebiotics and probiotics. We have lot of this thing even, and I take it a pride in saying that there's few companies from India also who are manufacturing start to end finished products, which they supply us, and it's helping us in a quite a lot way. So that
Wow.
thing, so once the absorption and all is taken up in a good way from the stomach and the intestines, then we again keep on checking them and seeing what other way we can support them. So then different types of haze are there. then what whey combination you'll put in the hay. You need to put more alfalfa, or you
Mhm.
can go through some different kind of feed and some supplement which would help them. So that way we try to balance it and see things.
What is the difference that you face when it comes to during competition periods and non-competition periods? What is the main sort of difference when it comes to maintaining mineral balance in the horses?
It is because everything I would say is related to in the horses is related to the stress. A
Okay.
degree temperature here and there, and they show it on their body. So
Oh, wow.
once they come, yeah. So once the winter is there, they are active. Uh, you have them on the track. You have them worked out regularly. The weather conditions outside, inside are very good. Immediately when you switch on from that to the summer, there lies the basic challenge and the basic
Uh-huh.
maintenance. So we have a completely different program for them to maintain them in the summer. And then in
Mhm.
the summer, you have the a lot during the sports season, active season. Then you have few things to take care of them. That I want this horse to be built up a little bit more muscles, or this horse to reduce a little bit, or this
Uh-huh.
horse to take care of the feet, or sometimes the stress lines on the hooves to take care of that. So that is the time when we get over the summer a little bit. So it's all the balanced way we go with horse to horse.
And how do you manage electrolyte balancing? So I guess, is it the same when it comes to summer here because humidity is there and when they
It's
are
same.
racing?
Yeah, there are two modalities.
Uh-huh.
Then, as I said, we have a case file for every single horse. Then we go with a general
Uh-huh.
this thing for uptake of water. So there are nice products available, which we even put them in the feed, and also some of the horses which are required to retain more moisture, more water in their body for them to in the water also. But there is a general treatment, and then there is specific treatment for some horses which would need some extra support. And mostly it's with the hydrating challenges, electrolyte balance, and then of course macro and micro minerals. And more we stress on is also the trace minerals, because over the years I have observed that muscle mass maintenance is a very, very big challenge. And for that, then we start taking, because in summer you cannot go on with that same high level of power for high
Mhm.
performance.
The
Yes,
prebiotics
yes,
and
that is
probiotics, gut has become a very big area of focus.
very big. I would say the feel good factor goes to the horse, and then everything comes in his behavior and this thing. Like just yesterday, I saw a horse very tight to even buck
Uh-huh.
and kick the trainer, and otherwise you can single-handedly go in the stable and inject him, or do whatever interventions you need to do. And when they showed me the videos, I said, impossible. I don't believe that this horse tried to kick so badly to the assistant trainer, but it
Oh,
happened. And then
huh.
it was just because, and she said, I know it's nothing. This thing they changed a rider, and then that was one thing, maybe most probably. And then the other thing was somewhere something was going on. And then when we checked it, it was having some pain in the back.
Oh.
So yeah, so addressing all these things becomes very much a challenge,
Mhm.
and we are very much successful in that. And it support with the as I told you, we have a wonderful hospital here, so we from the support from them on regular
Yeah.
level of testings and checking them. If any doubts or anything, we go ahead then to even check the trace minerals, micro minerals. We have enzyme assays, so checking on enzymes. This it's helping a lot
And how would
that
it
way.
change? I mean, you said that it changes, the requirement for minerals changes between between the
Yeah,
season and off season. What about when you're
not a
dealing
very
with
drastic.
young horses?
Yeah, young horses, of course, the way they grow, they still have a scope. We start breaking them 2.5 years of age, 2.5, 3 years of age. Still, the bone is not that mature enough. So the training challenges will bring them demineralization of bones and whole skeletal system. So all those challenges get involved. So we put a very special attention to them. Uh, to address these issues.
Okay. And this is it because the horses are coming in from abroad, or is it because it's just that their physiology is like that, a 2-year-old will
Thoroughbreds,
be different?
no. Thoroughbreds, definitely, because 99% of them are coming from abroad.
Mhm.
Even the other 1%, we breed them here, but send the babies outside to Europe or Western world or another places. They grow 2.5, 3 years, and then they come back.
Okay.
So that breed specific challenge is there. The Arabians, is a very big thing here also, pure Arabian racing,
Mhm.
they are a little bit stronger and sturdy. So the ration for them, the caretaking for them is totally different. Like thoroughbred is like a pampered kid, pampered child. You have to give them that attention, and yeah, you have to take care. And they get most of this thermal shock during the summer and all. Most
Uh-huh.
of them they get. So a lot of thoroughbred horses they travel over. A lot of other breed horses also, because it's not only racing, we cater to many other things. So those
Uh-huh.
horses they also travel quite a lot. Most of them in summer to Europe mostly, and then by September, October they come back.
The traveling bit, you're saying, the change in
Yes, yes.
weather to avoid the
Change
thermal
in
shock.
weather, and I would prefer also because we anyhow we try. We don't
Yeah.
have those huge, big, natural, lush green paddocks where the grass is also, because if you go in Europe or organized places for horses, uh, you definitely uh, get those pastures where the grass is also so good in nutrition and all. We don't
Mhm.
have those things here.
Mm.
So that makes a huge, big difference. So when the horses go there, they go to a lot of facilities where there are big farms. They get time in the paddock. They feel it. They know it that next year they're going to come again. This is the whole cycle. And when they come here, back here, their mind is already occupied in training and racing and
Mm.
all the
Mm.
other stuff.
Does when you have said mind a few times, and do you feel that because they are intelligent animals, they should be cared for both in terms of mental health as well as physical health?
No, I would say yes, they sense quite a lot. They have, as we say, even in our ancient literature and all that, this is the horse which is having the sixth sense.
Uh-huh.
So, of course, they have that feeling, and moreover, their structure is like that. Their whole makeup is like that, that they are very sensitive to even smaller things. Like, even if we want to change the hay, we will not
Mhm.
abruptly change it. Even if we want to change the feed, we will not abruptly change it. So, import and export of horses is a huge, big thing. We run the second biggest quarantine after Dubai
Right.
here in Sharjah, which is now also it's full. So which
Mm.
is now full throughout the year, even for export, but more is post import where the horses are imported. It will start not that really busy, but I have 4 5 barns still having horses, and when it starts, it's cutthroat. Like people are crazily looking for a quarantine. They need to, they have to sometimes change their flights, change their events. We can't
Mm.
help it because Dubai is full, all the other facilities in UAE are full, we are full. So what I'm saying is this quarantine aspect, import, export, and these things. That then when their horses are coming, they come with the feed which is going on earlier to them.
Right.
Either they continue here with the same feed. Here, as I told you, almost everything is in the world which is there. It's available here in UAE.
Uh-huh.
So they will continue with that, or if they want to change, then they will slowly they will change it.
Right.
So it same thing comes to the hay, same thing comes to the multivitamins, same thing comes to the feed, depending on the working conditions, the
So,
training conditions and the working conditions. But that's
so
a huge big challenge because the horses, like we said, it's very sensitive on every aspect.
uh-huh.
These smaller things, it makes a huge big difference, and it's we have faced huge problems if you drastically change the feed or the hay or the multivitamins. It makes a big difference.
But there must be some. Do you face taste challenges? So, for example, you give them alfalfa from here, and you give alfalfas that they have been used to in UK. Let's as an example. would there be a
Yeah.
taste difference that they will turn around and say, this is not something we're going to eat? Do you have had
Taste,
these kinds of issues?
yeah. Taste difference would sometimes come, not much in this thing. We have options kept for the horses. So once
Right.
the shipping company or the owner contacts us that my horse is continuing on this, would you be able to provide this, or shall I send it with the horse? So most of the time, when a good horse, or any, even in general sense, the horse is put, it comes with the things, and then slowly we change. It would not make much of a difference. Uh, like hardly 10% of the time I have seen that the horse is not eating that hay with the different alfalfa, or a
Mhm.
different kind of hay in itself, or a different feed. We don't do abrupt feed changes. So
Right.
we always notify the owners, or the person responsible, or the shippers, that this is the situation, and then you have to, this is what we provide. If anything else, then they provide from their side.
Right. Going back
But
to international horses now, if supposing a top performing horse comes, just to continue on this line that you're talking about, obviously weather will make a change in terms of when they come to the UAE. Um, how do you cope with that? I mean, do you add, so would you advise a trainer saying we need to add A, B, C, or X, Y, Z because the horses?
I would say top performing horses in flat racing would come during the best of the climate times.
Uh,
So in every sports, I would say, you talk about flat racing, you talk about show jumping, which is one of the biggest growing sports one of these days. You talk about pure Arabian beauty shows, which is also a considerably taking a big share of the
uh-huh,
sports here in the UAE and the Middle East countries. So when
right.
you talk about all these things, they all come in the good time. And
Uh-huh.
when they come, when you're talking about top performing horses, they come to compete in the topmost level of the events, what we cater to them,
Yes,
cater to the whole
yes,
world.
yes.
So talk about this aspect, they come, you will not believe, with their own personal groom, their personal trainer, everything personal. With, they know that we are going to stay here for 1 month, so it comes with all the food. Lot of times they give us a list. If more number of horses are coming, that okay, my horse is on this thing, so we keep everything ready. We provide them this batch, this company, this hay, this wood shaving. It's literally, and the best thing is we are in UAE, and we have
Uh-huh.
everything available here.
Amazing. It sounds like you have,
Yeah, yeah.
you sometimes get a shopping list and you have, you have
We
to.
do get that. Even sometimes people were so I would say not fussy, but they were so concerned, I would say, that they said that my horse drinks only this water, and can you please keep a few cans of this water? And no issue. Then we need the bucket only this type, because the horse is very fussy. He's very sensitive. So he just goes around in this whole stable, makes his own zone, makes his own area, and then he will drink only from this size of triangular bucket. So okay, we find it, we keep it for you. So it is because, as I told you, uh, there is a huge big thing about horse whisperers and all. And
Hmm.
as I told you, being 35 years being with horses and all, we have not done enough studies on the horse psychology. And
Right.
this is where it's a big scope for the new professionals, new people to come in. Of course, in countries where they respect the professionalism, they will be accepted very well. And
Right.
it can be beneficial to the horses on mass level.
So, what
Yeah,
advice would you give trainers and owners about, uh, working with vets locally to improve their or develop their effective mineral supplementation strategies? What is the best advice that you could give?
yeah. As I told you, regular
Uh-huh.
screening of the horses with the behavior and the performance. So it's hand in glove. The trainers and vets, they are all always hand in glove. They A genuine feedback from your side, a genuine feedback from their side, with the support of all the modalities, as I said, blood testing, microminerals testing. You have scans, you have X-rays, you have CT scans, you have MRIs. If you have any matter of
Mhm.
concern in a case where you have some feeling, very good understanding between them. And based on that, then you can go step by step with first how you get everything available, how the horse starts feeling better through gut, through feeding, through supplements, to support what he is lacking in, addressing the problems after doing everything we have available in this country. Everything. It started with PRP, it started with IRAP, now they have stem cells, they did bone marrow. So the inclusiveness of the nation is something amazing. Like I try a lot of times, a lot of homeopathy, so it's available here. You try
Wow.
about stem cells, came up new, it the best of the best in the world. That is something absolutely amazing. It's
Last
amazing.
question that I have for you is,
Yeah.
what warning signs should these trainers be watching out for? I mean, whether that's local trainers, international trainers, young
Yeah.
horses, old horses.
Yeah.
What is the sort of
Yeah.
general warning signs that they should be sort of?
The first thing it would be the behavioral changes.
Uh-huh.
They will definitely, then when it goes above a threshold, it shows on the body of the horse. So you have a lot of signs. If it's related to muscular system, they will show different signs. It's related to the skeletal system, it shows different signs. The good thing, because a lot of times the riders would sense it before it goes. Because any affection, any infection going on, even in your body or my body, would be manifested clinically only when it reaches above a threshold level. Before that, there is something going on in the body. And if somebody senses that, a change in the behavior, change in the digestibility, or something with the horse, or his change in workout, he's getting tired really faster, or he's getting a little bit spooky, he's getting crazy, he's not letting the rider control him, or the horse wants to control, because horse is one animal who would always, if you know the horse even from his childhood, and the horse knows, still you cannot trust them to 100%. They will definitely backfire when they are in trouble. So that is one aspect. So when these changes you see, I would say there's a time when you immediately, the trainer and the vet sits together, case to case, individual to individual, they try to work on that and see where exactly things are wrong.
Sounds very practical advice in terms of
I would say,
what
because
they can do.
The smallest, tiniest of the feedbacks that can save a bigger problem for you. It's related to hoof, related to the farrier, related to the balancing. 1 millimeter here and there, and the horse would show it on him. That is one major aspect, major aspect. Maintaining the hoof, the shoeing part, of course, with competitive and these horses, not 4 weeks, 5 weeks, definitely you have to get your farrier. Also in the morning, few days will come in July, August, September, where you have still 40 degrees temperature, sweating is more. Again, you think about the hydration, the balancing.
Yes.
And the behavior that you have to follow.
You've got your hands full then with this many number of horses, and to consider each one individually in terms of hydration, in terms of
because you do general test, you go with the analysis, which horse needs extra support. Maybe some horse just needs optimum level of electrolyte, but some horses they need more. Some horses need to retain more moisture, more water in the body because they pee more a lot, or they have more pasty skips. It all depends. It all depends. So that monitoring, weekly monitoring or bi-weekly monitoring is very necessary.
No, I can completely understand. Thank you so much, Dr. Sujeet. It was absolute pleasure talking to you.